Hello, everyone. This is Tom Fox, and I'd like to welcome you to the Daily Compliance News. The Daily Compliance News is an offering of the Compliance Podcast Network. October 6, 2019, the Sunday Book Review. First up, from Naomi Klein, The Burning Case for a Green New Deal. For more than 20 years, Naomi Klein has been the foremost chronicler of the economic war waged on both the people and the planet, and an unapologetic champion of sweeping environmental agenda with justice at its center. In this book, she describes the essays and case for a Green New Deal. The long-form essays show her at her most philosophical, investigating climate crisis not only as a profound political challenge, but a spiritual and imaginative one as well, delving into topics ranging from the clash between ecological time and the culture of perpetual now to the soaring history of humans changing and evolving rapidly in the face of grave threats, to the rising white supremacy and fortress borders as a form of climate barbarism. This is a rousing call to action. It's a really interesting book, and no matter what your position on climate change is, I would heartily recommend it to you. Next up, Measure What Matters by John Doerr. In this book, legendary capitalist John Doerr reveals how the goal-setting system of objectives and key results, or OKRs, has helped tech giants from Intel to Google to achieve explosive growth, and how it can help your organization. When Doerr met Larry Page and Sergey Brin, the founders of Google, he taught them about his proven approach to operating excellence, objectives, and key results. He first discovered OKRs as an engineer at Intel in the 70s, where the legendary Andy Grove drove the best-run company Doerr had ever seen. Later, as a venture capitalist, Doerr shared Grove's brainchild with more than 50 companies. Wherever the process has been faithfully practiced, it's worked. In this goal-setting system, objectives define what we seek to achieve, and key results are how those top priority goals will be attained with specific measurable actions in a set time frame. Everyone's goal from entry level to CEO are transparent to the entire organization. OKRs surface in the organization's most important work. They focus effort and foster cooperation. They keep employees on track. They link objectives across silos to unify and strengthen the entire company. Along the way, OKRs enhance workplace satisfaction and then boost reputation. In Measure What Matters, Doerr shares a wide range of first-person behind-the-scenes case studies, including Bono, Bill Gates, to demonstrate the focus, agility, and explosive growth that OKRs have brought to many generations of business leaders. This is something that I think every compliance practitioner needs to be aware of, and think about how you can integrate this into your compliance regime. For our next two book selections, we focus on two books about economists. The first, The Economist Hour, False Prophets, Free Markets, and the Fracture of Society by Binyamin Appelbaum. In this, he looks at the rise of economists as prophets of regulation or deregulation. The government, the United States government, had become too big and too complex for lawyers, and economists had the tools and inclinations to provide systemic answers to questions facing policymakers and regulators. The Economist Hour says economists played major roles in ending military conscription, deregulating airlines, cutting taxes, transforming monetary policy, and dismantling the Bretton Woods system of managed currencies through reconfiguring and ultimately weakening antitrust enforcement. This is a great review of the time of the heyday of the economist in U.S. government, and it's going to be interesting to see if it continues going forward. The Marginal Revolutionaries take a look at economists from Austria at the turn of the century and their role in changing the culture of their country going forward into World War I. It's a fascinating look at a early time when economists took a very high role and important role in the government. The Sunday Book Review is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio.